Castillo. Question period. Senator Plett.
Thank you, Speaker. Senator Gold, my question again is for you as the leader of the government in the Senate. I met recently, Senator Gold, with the Canola Growers Association. Their industry contributes $26.7 billion to the Canadian economy per year and employs 250,000 Canadians. In 2019 alone, canola exports were worth $9.3 billion. This is probably well known to you. What is little known is the sustainability efforts canola farmers have implemented on their own initiative. For 2025, they have set targets that include an 18% reduction in fuel use per bushel, a 40% decrease in the amount of land required to produce a ton of canola, and the sequestering 5 million tons of GHG emissions per year. Yet, in spite of these efforts, the government has not given them a break on the carbon tax, even during the pandemic. Senator Gold, I've got a question for you, and I hope the answer will not simply be this government supports our Canadian farmers. We have heard that, and they tell us they are important, but they just don't show it. Did the government take into account the enormous environmental efforts made by our farmers, such as those I have just described, before imposing an onerous carbon tax on them? And if so, why in these exceptionally difficult times, when the government is handing out so much money to so many people, do they continue to impose such an additional burden on the canola growers?
Senator Gold.
Well, thank you for your question. The government understands the important role that the canola farmers play in Canada's economy, and is grateful for the efforts that they're taking to reduce their carbon footprint, as all Canadian businesses should be doing in a responsible way. The concerns of the agricultural community generally and canola farmers in particular with regard to the carbon tax are well known to the government. Representations have been made continuously. The government has taken them very seriously and will continue to take them seriously as it modulates its approach going forward.
Senator Plett.
Senator Gold, many of us in this chamber, and I think on all sides of this chamber, would be so happy to come to Ottawa and debate a government bill helping Canadian farmers, doing it with the urgency that we are again putting on a bill today to help so many Canadians. 90% of canola produced in Canada is exported, and the second biggest market for Canadian canola producers is China, accounting for $2.1 billion in exports. In 2019, canola seed exports to China were down 2/3 from 2018 due to the ongoing dispute between our two countries. Again, you say the government is well aware. What is this government doing either to help canola farmers diversify their market or compensate them? Is your government open to the idea of making changes to agri-stability to help them weather this ongoing trade disruption?
Senator Gold.
Well, Senator, thank you again for your question. I mean, the government continues to work with its stakeholders and with all sectors to try to find the best ways to target their assistance. And as the government has announced on a number of occasions recently, as we move into this next wave and phase of the pandemic and our need to maintain our economy and social fabric, the government is increasingly focused on measures that will target particular industries and specific industries, and indications of that thinking have been made public for some time now. And I have every confidence that when specific measures for the agricultural industry or any other are ready to be announced, they will be with dispatch.
Senator Martin.